Welcome, weebs, gamers, and nerds alike. It's that time again. Summer season is coming to a close, and I think everyone can agree this is one of the best seasons we've had in a very long time. With new stories like Takapi's Original Sin punching us in the gut, to continuations of many shonen mega hits in Dandadan and Sakamoto days. But now it's time to look forward to fall, and while it may not have as many heavy hitters this summer, it still looks to be a very solid lineup. So in today's video, we go over 10 of the best anime coming fall 2025. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more geek content. Without further ado, let's get into the list. Kicking off this list, we have One Punch Man Season 3. After many years and rumors of different studios, we are finally getting Season 3 of this kind of underrated show, probably. As of recording this, we still don't have an actual trailer, nor do we know who the key animators or director are, but we will hope that it does exist, at least for now. Season 2 wasn't as good as Season 1, but the way some people talk about it is insane, and it's not nearly as bad as people think it is. For those who have not seen this series, this follows Saitama, who decided to do 100 squats, push-ups, and sit-ups, plus a 10-kilometer run every day for a while, and then became the strongest person in existence. He literally beats everyone with, well, one punch. This is a fantastic manga with some downright beautiful panels, and the next arc being covered should go absolutely insane as the heroes do a full attack on the Monster Association's hideout. The comedy in this is great, and the action scenes are downright fantastic. I do hope that JC staff can step up their game from Season 2 and absolutely stun us with Season 3, as there are a lot of great fights and moments coming up. So with that hope, we are excited to see what happens when it starts airing, hopefully this fall. Next up, we have Spy Family Season 3. Seasons 1 and 2 have been so much fun seeing the Forger family shenanigans, and even the movie was a blast with some amazing animation, funny story, with the only thing missing being the bestest doggo Bond. The series follows the Forger family made up of Lloyd, the world's best spy, Yor, the deadly assassin known as the Thorn Princess, and Anya, the adopted daughter who just so happens to be a telepath, as they try and keep this fake family going to further their own agendas. The kicker is, no one knows the real profession of anyone else except for Anya. Season 3 looks to continue the antics with more Anya genius moments at school, as this will cover the Friendship Schemes arc, where Anya will try her darndest to improve her friendship with Damien, and Yor makes an unlikely friend, and the Red Circus arc, where the class goes on a trip that gets hijacked by the Red Circus terrorist group. There's sure to be some adorable, exciting, and downright funny moments, and we can't wait for it to start. Now we have the final season of My Hero Academia. This is probably going to be one of the most anticipated shonen seasons in a while, as it marks the conclusion of this series. Love it or hate it, My Hero not only had a huge impact on the anime community and its popularity, but also managed to tell a great story with some amazing animation, fight scenes, and choreography. It did slow down a bit for a season or two, but since season 6 it has been going on full throttle, and the final season looks to really capture that epic culmination of the fight between All Might and All For One and Shigaraki vs. Deku. There's most definitely going to be some emotional moments, and it's going to be tough to say goodbye to this series after 9 years, but we're sure Studio Bones will do it justice, and we, as well as everyone else, are excited to see this story reach its conclusion. Now we have Campfire Cooking in Another World Season 2. Obviously, I am a sucker when it comes to a good old-fashioned isekai, but this one manages to actually be at least halfway decent, as the protagonist isn't exactly overpowered. He just has the power of Amazon and is a pretty darn good cook. If you didn't watch Season 1, this follows Muokoda Tsuyoshi, a salaryman who gets transported into a fantasy world with online grocery as his ability. What it soon comes to find out is how useful it actually is, with his food and cooking providing some insane buffs and effects. The side cast is lovable, with Fel, a great beast, who's decided to make a pact with Makoto for his cooking, and Sui, the most adorable little slime. He's just a little guy. The food also looks amazing, thanks in part to the studio animating it being MAPPA. If you want a chill slice of life show, this is definitely for you, so definitely pick it up this fall. Next up, we have My Status as an Assassin Obviously Exceeds the Heroes. Now for a brand new series which looks extremely good. This follows Akira Oda and his high school classmates who are summoned to another world. While the other students are granted cheat abilities through the summoning, Akira merely gains the abilities of a mediocre assassin. However, his status soon surpasses the hero, the strongest profession, After Akira becomes suspicious of the king behind the summoning, he is falsely framed for a crime and forced to flee. The political intrigue actually seems decent, and for once, the Isekai MC actually wants to go back home, and his character looks to have depth to it as well. The animation looks stunning, giving it that 90s action kind of vibe, which kind of makes sense since the studio animating it is Sunrise, of Mobile Suit Gundam acclaim. While yes, this is another isekai, it does look to differentiate itself and tell a compelling story with a good sidecast and some twists and turns that'll definitely hook you in for the full length. Next up, we have Sanda, a new shonen series from the creator of Beastars. Yeah, that Beastars, but hear us out on this, as it is looking absolutely insane, especially since it's being animated by the extremely talented team over at Science Saru. If you've seen Dandadan or Devilman Crybaby, you know that the team over there is absolutely insane and has unbridled creativity and will do something amazing with this. The story starts as Sanda, a second-year middle school student, getting attacked with a kitchen knife by his classmate Fuyamura, a typical Wednesday. While Sanda couldn't make sense of the situation at first, he gradually came to believe that Fuyamura's actions were just mean acts stemming off from the latter having a peculiar puberty phase, but that is all just a misunderstanding. Fuyamura actually suspects that Sanda is the descendant of a certain lineage. I mean, come on, a fun action series about Santa Claus with a super fun art style, can you really ask for much else? This will definitely be such an entertaining watch with some top tier moments and make it so you gotta watch it this season. Next up, we have Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. We haven't forgotten about some of the other genres coming out this season. This looks to be a great Beauty and the Beast-esque story that is sure to give us some great laughs and warm our hearts. This follows Serafina de Leviant, the strongest female knight in the West, who was sent to subjugate the barbaric tribes of the East. But when her mission fails spectacularly, she's captured alive and imprisoned. Humiliated and dreading what horrific torture she'll endure, she asks to be put to death. To her surprise, rather than tearing her limb from limb, the tribe leader asks for her hand in marriage. Will she face a cruel and abusive arranged marriage, or will she discover the tribes aren't as barbaric as she was led to believe? The art style in this looks cute, and it gives off such a wholesome vibe in a fantasy kind of way, making this a must-watch for romance fans this season. Now, of course, we got the Chainsaw Man movie Rize arc. The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. 3 years of very little news, no confirmation of a season 2, nothing after that absolutely outstanding season 1. Finally, we are getting the next arc of Chainsaw Man, and the animation looks absolutely insane. MAPPA looks like they've been cooking up something seriously special, and we can't wait for this to finally come out. If you thought things had started hitting the fan already, you are in for a surprise, as it's going to start getting insane. If you haven't seen or heard of this series, it follows Denji, who after some very unfortunate events, merges with the adorable Pachita, also known as the Chainsaw Devil, and becomes a half-devil hybrid known as Chainsaw Man. In this world, every fear has a devil, and the bigger the fear, the stronger the devil. So a coffee devil would be pretty weak, but the gun devil or death devil are extremely powerful. Denji joins the devil hunting agency, and insanity pretty much ensues. This movie will be absolutely spectacular, and we don't have to wait too much longer as this comes out to theaters, at least in North America, on October 29th. Starting to round out this list, we have Dusk Beyond the End of the World. This is a new anime original series looking both interesting and exhilarating. The director and story editor is Naokatsu Suda, who is the chief director of a small series called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So you know this is going to be insane with some breathtaking moments. The world is on the verge of changing from an old-fashioned society to a new world due to issues such as gender, race, and compliance, along with technological innovations such as an evolving AI. Even in this world where black and white is now gray, we believe that love will always exist, but in myriad forms and not just between people. This includes love between human and robot and his unique expression. The beauty of these emotions will be shown sometimes beautifully, sometimes brutally, and sometimes comically. How long can this love last? When a robot outlive its partner, can love hope to endure? We already can tell this will pull the heartstrings a lot and deliver not only an amazing romance, but a great story with extremely compelling messages. And of course, to round out this list, we have Record of Ragnarok Season 3. Now yes, this adaptation does leave a bit to be desired, but every scene and season does seem to improve on the last and get better in both animation, characters, and hype, and the next 3 fights that we're in store for are downright exciting. For those who haven't watched the first 2 seasons, this follows a battle between gods who believe humanity should be wiped out, and humans who, with the help of the 13 Valkyries, try and fight for their future and avoid being completely eradicated. We've seen Adam vs. Zeus, which was more of a slideshow than a fight, but we've also seen Jack the Ripper vs. Hercules, which was actually kind of entertaining to watch. This season we have Jin Huang vs. Hades, Nikola Tesla vs. Beelzebub, and rounding out the season with Leonidas vs. Apollo. This has so much hype around it, especially with the manga, and we're hoping that the animation is at least serviceable enough to capture some of that hype. Either way, we're excited to see the next part of humanity's battle against the gods. That wraps up our list for some of the best anime coming fall 2025. Of course, this is just our list, and we left off a lot of great shows, so let us know in the comments below what shows you're looking forward to. Check out our Twitch and TikTok for more geeky goodness, leave a like and share if you enjoyed the video. Until the next video, keep on geeking on.